Hello, it's Monster Train. I was looking back at some of my videos and I decided I didn't really like. Sorry, I'm gonna move my microphone. I know that's a faux pas, but it's related to one of the two audio issues that I'm gonna talk about. The first is that I thought the game audio was a little too loud relative to my mic. So I turned it down a little bit. So let me know what you think. The other one is I keep hearing myself pick up and slam down my mouse. And so I'm going to try not to do that. I also usually don't use a mouse pad, which is probably part of the reason. I moved my microphone away from my mouse, and I'm also going to try using a mouse pad. And hopefully that will be better. I probably should use a mouse pad, but like, I don't know. To be honest with you, I sort of just don't see the point. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go. Like I said, we're getting rid of stinky crowns, stinky yellow crowns. Next up is Awoken Hellhorned Yippee. I feel like I've played since this game came out. Of the 120 so runs that I've played or more, I think I have 100 or so wins. So I've played many more runs than that. Which, saying it like that, maybe it shouldn't actually be that surprising. But what I was going to say was, I feel like I've played Sentient like once. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I mean, I'm not going to willingly take Queen's Implings, so we will just go ahead and depart. If it wanted me to play the game with Queen's Implings, it would have fucking randomed me into it, instead of giving me clan combos that I've already had. Alright, we see Savagery Seraph, we have Archean, that's Siphon, and we have the Loop Resolve, Strix, and Hallow. Bogworm's Growth, Wildwood Sap, Ritual of Battle, Branded Warrior. I like Wildwood Sap and Ritual of Battle. I absolutely despise Branded Warrior. And Bogworm's Growth is like okay. Gurg's Goad definitely makes Branded Warrior a little bit better. I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't. We could potentially, I mean, the free, what am I trying to say? The free space from Bogworm's Growth could make you viable into the late game. We just, like, have enough space to stick you on the floor with other stuff. The problem with you is that it's hard to construct a floor where you are more of a benefit than a liability, in my opinion. Cultivate seems kind of nice. It's Revenge Cultivate, though. I forget it's Revenge Cultivate. Is that better than Spikes? I'm gonna say it is. We'll do a decent job getting rid of backlines in the early game, and we have sweepers in this clan. And Branded Warrior has really low health, so we'll be able to cultivate relatively easily. I think if you want to cultivate, I don't know, is Awoken Hollow still better? Maybe this is a strategy that I just shouldn't be. I think this is a strategy that you, like, we're not actually expecting this to be, like, good. But it'll be good enough for now, and then we'll figure something out. And then Spikes, I feel like it's kind of the same way. It deals with backlines, but I could also take a sweeper to deal with backlines. So maybe I should just do that instead. I don't know. Sentient is just kind of a weird champion. We're going to try Cultivate. See how it goes. We have Gurg's Goad, making the thing stronger that has Gurg's Goad. Seems good. Mark of Invasion is a pretty easy pick. Need to heal Sentient probably, but that's okay. We are not. Interesting. So that's after combat, huh? Yeah. Not that it matters much. Gonna click enter. I feel like it's a mistake against this particular boss to put, excuse me, to put a shield steward on the bottom floor, because it doesn't quite die in the combat, and then it steals saps from you. Wow. Steals the boss's saps, I mean. Alright, well, at least we're gaining a lot of attack power, I guess, but we are losing the collector and also taking pyre damage because apparently the game didn't feel like drawing any torches. That's great. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. I actually would have liked some of those healing cards this turn. That would have been great. I guess we'll just play these. Actually, I should just play Ritual of Battle. It's fine. I think we win this combat, no problem. See you later. Alright, we play that, we play this, we play this. I think that's fine. Should be very easy. Yep, no problems. We're chilling. I guess I could torch for cultivate triggers. Don't forget that. Is that worth? I mean, we hope not. But, you know. You never know. Sharpen, short term, seems actually not too bad. Long term, flat damage with Gurge Goat is kind of nice too, so, you know. I definitely like Fortified Pauldrons. We already have Ritual of Battle, which is like, I would say, kind of the main thing you want from Hellhorn. So, that's nice. We'll see an Awoken unit. I think it's not... My hatred for Hellhorn units should not drive me away from looking at them. See, this is one of those weird things about Branded Warrior. Like, do you want him to have quick? Kind of no, right? Like, I feel like you want him more in the back. But then if everything... I guess if you get to the point where everything is dying before he gets to attack, then do you really need him to get more slays? So I think quick is not the move for Branded Warrior, is what I'm saying. Okay. I mean, in a potential floor that's like Sentient, Rail Beater, Branded Warrior. Oh, sorry. Or, I say sorry, because I knocked over my water bottle. Am I apologizing to you or the water bottle? Who can say? Like Rail Beater, Sentient Rail Beater, Branded Warrior seems pretty good, right? Horned Warrior with natural multi-strike is also kind of nice. Take note, neither of these options will help us with savagery. This does not win savagery, so we still gotta figure that out. But I don't know. I don't know what the choice is here. I guess you could just... I mean, if you just want to pop something behind Sentient to get cultivated, like Horned Warrior is a pretty good choice, right? But Rail Beater helps to get slays for Branded Warrior. Horned Warrior is pretty good with quick. Quick plus 10 is pretty nice. we have the Rage. But then what? Just stick you behind Sentient? Yeah, I think I like that. I think that makes sense to me. If nothing else, this makes for a strong early game unit. I don't know. That's fine. We will need to deal with some of the backlines here. And we... Oh, we can play everyone. On this floor. Does that actually work? I don't know if it will. So we give Ritual of Battle to you. And then you kill the other guys. The big guys. And we just focus on healing Sentient, and this combat should be finished. Okay, we now are no longer concerned with scaling for you. Boom, boom. I think this is just you taking out the whole set. So now I think we just scale this guy up. I don't know. See how this is sort of the awkward thing that happens? Right? Where is this good enough? I mean, it is for this combat, but I don't know, man. We could also give this to you. Are we fighting the Spikes guy? I wasn't paying attention. These guys have like no health. Let's buff up Sentient because I'm afraid we're fighting the Spikes guy. We are. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. I mean... It kind of sucks to take Restoration Detonation with a Calcified Ember, but I feel like you do want heals. So... Fledgling Imp? Do I just take another Ritual of Battle? I kind of feel like I do. We go. I think we still go this way. Dualism. Horned Hollow Shattered Shell. I think Shattered Shell with Quick Multi gets to a point where we can deal with, like, that's a potential solution to Savagery Seraph, right? Maybe that with Branded Warrior. Ideally having Branded Warrior clean up the heavies Now, how are we going to apply that much rage? Excellent question. Maybe I should have taken the imp. But, yeah, we're going to take... I think we're going to take Shattered Shell. I don't know that Thorn Hollow... I mean... It's weird, right? Because Sentient isn't like an excellent tank. I would say potentially into this this combat, this Seraph, but maybe maybe. Oh, that's tragic. Okay. Well, for now, I think multi-strike is more important. That's fine. Maybe give me money? This isn't money. It is Boiler Room mod. I don't know about that. Boiler Room mod seems pretty good. Alright. Let's see about it. Game space up top. I think we just play down here. And probably Branded Warrior. I don't know about that. It is here, that's fine. Okay. See, this is a problem because it's competing slays, right? But hopefully not competing in a way that's a problem. I don't know. Fortified Pauldrons, Wildwood Sap. The main thing is going to be staying alive in this combat. So let's attempt to stay alive. That increased the damage. I think that actually is not the right choice. It's fine. I think that's because this one died, giving you rage before you attack. Which, like, I don't know, that's probably a relatively minor optimization, but we're going to take what we can get. I think we're probably still fine. The problem is we're playing a run that's focused around slay triggers, and eventually you reach a point where you don't get slays right at the beginning of the match, and then you die. So we need to be cognizant of that. Okay, we now give our rage to the sweeper. Heals into Sentient. This one should be a wrap. We're almost killing. I don't know. I feel like I've just convinced myself that this strategy isn't gonna work. And I think I'm right. We need to find something to add to this. But I don't know exactly what that's gonna be yet. Maybe it's Awoken Hollow. That feels very, you know, Monster Train. Ally of the Ancients is fine. Defense is gonna be the problem here. Do we go with Awoken Hollow? Awoken Hollow with who, right? I guess we could Awoken Hollow, play 2 floors, Awoken Hollow with Shattered Shell down at the bottom, and then Sentient with Horned Warrior at the top. Try to put most of our heals into Awoken Hollow. That seems like okay. At the moment, due to Boiler Room, I think we take draw. I think we'll probably take draw and then maybe energy. Alright. Money with relics. What relics do we like to see? I feel like Awoken's relics are mostly pretty stinky. And we didn't take Fledgling Imp, which makes Ashes of the Fallen not really relevant. And most of Awoken's relics Hellhorn's relics are also not that great. Here's another episode of Let's Stare at the Logbook. Collection of Tales is like fine. This is like fine. Maybe, I mean, this is good with the Pauldrons, but we don't have a lot of sources of armor, which might be a problem, I'll be real with you. Yeah, I mean, you know, relics are good, but this is probably the one you want for Awoken. I guess Sap Tap is fine. I guess that's fine. But healing, like, don't rely on healing to carry you through. We need something else. And what is that else? Let's look ahead, shall we? That's pretty good. This is also pretty good. I think perhaps Magic Shop here, followed by Duplication over here. That feels like a strong play to me. Yeah. Need to pick up health at some point, so that's a pretty good point. All right. -2 consume plus double stack on Ritual of Battle is pretty much the kind of thing we're looking for. That's a definite duplicatable card. Quick Dagger is pretty good. We can put another multi-strike on Shattered Shell with that. In theory. Here. That's not the ring that I'm on. This is. Okay. Spell Chain. Spell Chain on that is pretty good. Let's do this. I think that emergency armor is going to be relevant, so explosive. Do we consider a pivot into explosive? No, because we want to put heals into Awoken Hollow. This is like in 2026. Does playing the classic Awoken Hellhorn strategy work? I feel like that's what we're attempting here. It's the question we are asking. All right, and I did spend all my money, which is a bit unfortunate, but we're hoping to go to that side and, I don't know, find something. I guess the duplication is probably the more important aspect of this. Oh. We take Mark of Invasion? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a bit of a scary combat. I think we can take it. So we go Awokens down here. Horned Warrior Sentient at the top to clear out our Mark of Invasions. And Branded Warrior goes down here. Yeah, I think I want you right. Okay. Bit unfortunate. It doesn't actually even kill. What about this? Yeah. And then we put Spear Steward to get the last one. Hope for the best. Hopefully we can just take care of everything down on this floor. And these jokers are just for clearing out these things. That's my hope. Okay. I think Ritual of Battle goes here. Hold on. I can torch there. I think it's fine. I mean, we will, if we can't get this kill, you will be cleaned up on this floor, so it's not that big a deal if you escape. But I feel like, so which is the optimal choice, right? Is it this? Or is it this? This is 50 plus 70. So in this case, you get the kill in the front. And I think the back one doesn't die. In fact, I think it takes less damage. In this case... Okay, same situation, but I think that's ultimately better. And we'll put some regen on you, and that's fine. That you're not dying. Okay. Our heals are just not very good, and I have a feeling there's going to be a sap guy coming next turn. So I think we do give you armor. We're a little concerned about our survivability. Actually, I think we're a little concerned about Relentless in general. Okay. I think we want as much health as possible on the floor. And we're willing to accept a little sap to get it. Maybe it's a mistake to scale Shattered Shell too quickly? I don't know. Okay, well, we win. Alright, that was a relatively scary combat for us to see, and it went pretty smoothly, so that's nice. That's nice. Edge Prior is hilarious. It's like, doesn't seem that bad, but I think high value heals are better. Inferno. I think I'm saying no to Inferno. Doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like it solves any of the problems that I need solving. I think we do still go left. I think duplicating that Ritual of Battle will go a long way. I think we eventually kind of just drop, or maybe just relegate you to a higher floor, and put all of our try to get everything into Shattered Shell and at least clear out as much of the bottom floor as possible, and then let the rest of them kind of sweep it up, I think is the plan. I don't know. Emot Tome seems good. That seems like a good choice. I don't think there's any reason to not look at this first. Move Boiler Room mod, gain 2 artifacts. I think this is fine. I kind of like Boiler Room mod. I think we're going to keep. That helps us with energy quite a bit. Yeah, I think we still pretty clearly take duplicate Ritual of Battle. That's big value for us. Emot Tome for a similar reason. I can't really re-roll, so I think we go on from there. Both of these, I think we probably go left, then probably right. Yeah. How much spikes do you have? Spikes 4? That's relatively scary for us. We're pretty fragile on turn 1. I think that's a little too scary. Not because we can't get past it, but because we will die to spikes. Okay, y'all can sit up on the top. We will... I think let's try it this way and just have these guys. I mean, Branded Warrior up here does basically nothing, at least hopefully not. Alright, we Emot Tome here. And that's great. And now we just need Quick Dagger, and this, at least the waves should be pretty much over. Yeah. Aldrin, good. Big heal, good. I'll play it twice. You don't really care about the sap. Alright, this combat should be handled. Don't get lured into a false sense of security. But, I mean, this does look pretty good. We're just gonna tank all sap because we do a tremendous amount of damage. Okay, I don't think we need to tank this sap. I think we just click and turn. Yep. Adaptive mutation. I like the idea of Awakening Thicket. The slightly awkward thing about it is that it takes away Boiler Room. Adaptive Mutation, I think, is the play. The question is, can we make you tanky enough? That's really the only question to be asking. If that means we need to burn Adaptive Mutation on you, I mean, maybe not. Maybe we can, like, you're just the beginning tank until we can get a drop of fat Adaptive Mutation on Awoken on Shattered Shell, and then just have it destroy the world. That seems kind of nice. In which case, I think we probably skip these. They don't really like. March of Shields is a fear-based choice, and I think we're operating on no fear here. I do need to visit an arms shop. I don't think it's this arms shop. I think it's this arms shop and then this magic shop. I think I was right about my initial predictions. I would like to get a Permafrost for Adaptive Mutation. And, I don't know, whatever else. That's really the main thing that's important. And it doesn't have to be Permafrost, but I'd like to get some kind of upgrade for it. We might even duplicate it, but we'll see. But I think Merchant of Steel is important. Multi-strike, good. I'd kind of like to see Titanite and plus 20. I don't think Endless is the move. I think Titanite is what we want. Inferno Room. Inferno Room is probably too good not to take. We could just play it on middle floor, maybe. Titanite. And then plus 20, I think, is chill. More or less what you want to see on that unit. Rage 12. Sure. Go crazy. Alright. I tend to disrespect this boss fight, like, incredibly. I'm just too god tier at the game, I guess. I don't really know. we have enough space that we can put a shield steward in here, which is funny. And then just burn that and not have enough Ember to play Branded Warrior. Sorry, Branded Warrior, but I will not be giving up on my hatred of you. So it is what it is. Yeah, we just play heals on Awoken Hollow. Inferno Room, I think it's unnecessary for this combat. At least I hope. Now, should I have played Ritual of Battle? Perhaps. I wouldn't mind seeing that relic where the champion heals every turn. That would be kind of nice. But, do I need it? I don't know. Alright. This is perfect. We are more or less off to the races now here. I could even play this, and like then these two I think just don't even matter anymore. But I think we hold off, because I think we can do better. So I'm gonna pump heals, and we no longer care what happens to you. I mean, it'd be nice if Sentient stayed alive, but it is what it is. The sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Speaking of sacrifices, I'm glad I wasn't thinking at all about Ematome in that just now, so I'm glad that I didn't have any better spells to play than Restore. Alright. Okay, it's kind of just game over for this combat. I mean, if we have a high enough density of those upgraded Rituals of Battle and we have Swift Steel Dagger, we're probably fine into Savagery Seraph. That's probably good enough. This is fine. Inferno Room is back. I think it is unnecessary. Just play big number. Adaptive Mutation? Yeah. Now, we might be at the point where Adaptive Mutation actually lowers our attack a little bit. Yep. Actually by a relatively significant amount. But 356 health. Well, I guess it... I was going to say, I think it guarantees the win for us. But, I mean, it appears the win is already guaranteed. So, don't play it. So maybe the early, just play it when you see it on Adaptive Mutation, just to give some health to Awoken, to whatever your name is. Unleash the Wildwood is very nice. I think we do still... Well, I mean... Do we need to take Ember? We don't really need it for deployment. Our deployment that I'm currently planning costs 3. Awoken Hollow, Shattered Shell, and Quick Steel Dagger, Swift Steel Dagger, whatever you're called. The most important thing is going to be drawing Ritual of Battle. And Boiler Room will give us Ember. I think we can take draw. Yeah. I think we can. Okay. Now we go to Arms Shop to get quick online. All of mirrors? I don't think so. Is there anything that I see in this combat that entices me? It's possible that into Savagery Seraph, Awoken Hollow just straight dies. In which case, all the rest of my units may end up becoming chump blockers for Seraph himself. We're doing this, obviously. We do have one deployable Ember. Or what? Or what? Also, do we consider fusing Fortified Pauldrons in with Swift Steel Dagger? I think it's not a terrible idea. I don't really want to spend too much money because I don't think... Like, I don't see... What could I reroll that improves Swift Steel Dagger? It's a little late for Bloodthirsty Blade. Rage Room is pretty good, but it interferes with Boiler, whatever. I don't think there's anything. So then the question is Fortified Pauldrons or not? Do I need it on... Awoken Hollow? I think I'm just gonna say no to that. In fact, I might remove a card or two. I think we actually are removing torches. Stewards at least can block damage if needed. We can just remove, like, I don't think it's necessary in this combat. Hopefully, I'm gonna remove one more just to be. We can do it next combat. I think we're okay into this one. This is not what you like. This is like absolutely like the worst thing you can possibly imagine. I do think there's a world where we're mostly able to mitigate this Mark of Invasion. I don't know how many spawn, but we've got 4 hits here. Is it 4 and 5? Surely it's not 5 and 6, right? Is it always the same number of units that spawn in Mark of Invasion? I can play it in deployment, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be throwing in truly incredible fashion, but I think I can manage it. 5. Yeah. Okay, Pauldrons. We didn't draw any rage turn 1, which is actually really bad. I'm gonna click this just to be safe. I hope they do enough damage to kill that guy. I think we're gonna get there. Okay. We should be over the threshold here now. We might need to burn a rage up here. We'll see. I forgot he was quick. Oh my god, look how close it is. Okay, that's fine, because we're killing down here. So we can do 1 here and 1 here. Maybe it should have been 2. Is it too greedy? I don't think it is. I don't think we need to play that. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I will cheat. Now we're cooking. Okay. Awoken Hollow now officially cultivates himself, which means it doesn't matter what we play anymore. This looks pretty good. Why did I take Inferno Room? I think it wasn't a bad choice to do. It does feel a bit silly. I guess I have enough space now that I could put other shit down on the bottom. I could put Sentient. I probably should. Right? Sentient goes in front of Awoken Hollow. That's more cultivates. Why wouldn't I do that? I didn't even think about it. But yeah. Nice. Engraft is like fine, I guess. I think we pass on these. Okay. We are still going to the right. I couldn't remember if there was money there or not. These are terrific relics that don't really do anything for me. I guess I could give myself Rage 3, but like, for what? Holdover, Unleash the Wildwood, pretty nice. We can make this free. I do like playing it twice. We could also do another... I think it's fine. Oh, that's the wrong card! Oh, that's funny. We can do holdover here. That's a good card. Reroll, give it a -1. Permafrost here is fine. Double stack to you. Damage is the most important thing. Why not? I can't believe I did that. That's hilarious. I do still think that Ritual of Battle is the most important. You got anything interesting for me? No. Okay. So we just remove torches. They're slightly worse than units. Alright. See how it goes. Does Savagery completely run me over? I think probably no. But we'll see. Alright, so it goes Sentient, Hollow, Shattered Shell, Swift Steel Dagger. Sorry, Branded Warrior, but you're being useful until the end. Alright, Ritual of Battle. Boom. Ritual of Battle. Boom. Ritual of Battle. Boom. Fortified Pauldrons. Sure. Okay, you are taking only an attack from Seraph, which is great. That's exactly what we wanted to see. I think we can get away with... Do we need to double play? I guess we don't. So we can just do heals. Play one of these. We really don't need more attack than this. Not that we're going to say no to more attack, but we don't need it. And we're just going to let Sentient die, and I think that's fine. Or not, since we heal every turn. I guess I could have played whatchamacallit, but I don't think it actually matters. I think we are well past the point of no return here. We play 2 of these. Looking pretty good. Save this. We can play some friends to join the party. All right. Explosion, sure. In turn. 850 by 3 is pretty good. I'll go ahead and say it. I'm not afraid to admit that I think that's a pretty high number. Oh my god, you're back. That wasn't even the correct playing order. Alright. Well, that'll do it. Alright, I think this... Based on that, I don't see how this fight kills us. We kind of got all of the pieces to come together correctly. And my new heuristic is yet again proving true, which is when you're playing Hellhorned, use them for rage and nothing else. I'm sticking by that. There's not really any reason not to put Branded Warrior here. You will sit in front because if you, I guess there's a slight reason, but it's not a big deal. Which is that it will steal Cultivates, but Cultivate is not our main source of scaling, so I'm unconcerned. This is terrific. But we're gonna start with Rage. Okay, I think now we play Adaptive Mutation twice. And this is more or less solved. Oops. Whatever. Eventually we'll be playing Pyrelight. We'll be double playing Pyrelight. I think not on this turn though. Doesn't matter if Sentient survives. Ooh, we didn't draw Unleash the Wildwood. Interesting. Alright, that's fine though. Win in 3 turns. Yeah, we can play this twice. Adaptive Mutation is here. Ooh, we maybe win in 4 or 5 turns. Oops, sorry, Spear Steward. Whatever your name is. Get him! Alright. I mean, this certainly went well. I've for a while been of the opinion that this sort of standard, like, this is a very Monster Train 1-esque strategy. And it sort of felt like that didn't really work so well anymore in Monster Train 2. But obviously it can get there. I mean, this was a pretty solid outcome, but it wasn't anything too crazy, right? Other than I started with Ritual of Battle and saw a sweeper. Right? Was there anything else that was, particularly high roll? I mean, Bogworm's growth kinda helped, but I don't know how necessary it was. Run summary. Adaptive mutation, like, it's good, but it wasn't necessary, right? It just make number big. I guess Emot Tome was a big hit for this set to get the scaling really quick. If there was any sort of high roll in this run, I think that's probably it. Gurg's Goad, I think this is the second run I've had where I got Gurg's Goad and went with the unit. But like my carry unit was something from the other clan besides Hellhorn. I probably hate Hellhorn's units too much, but I just really don't like them. And for the record, we needed something else besides Tweedledee and Tweedledum to deal with Savagery Seraph, right? His 25 times 3 was not going to clear the backline sweepers, and his 8 health means he takes exactly 1 hit in Savagery Seraph. So, what do you do about that? And the answer is I don't know. You use Inferno Room and take 30 damage on the Savagery Seraph fight. No, thank you. I think I'll just play Shattered Shell instead. So, whatever. Anyway, good run. That was fun. All right. See you next time. Bye.